the idea between being like a game theory optimal is that you can exploit the person, right? But no human being will ever be able to do that. It's not possible unless we get Neuralink or something like that. But there's just no way that you can like replicate what a solver does.
Wow. So it's like a game within a game because you know they know GTO. So you're thinking, oh, he's thinking this, and you're trying to counter that.
In a way, sure. So like I guess a good analogy, and I've used this one before, but I'll use it again. It's like you play rock, paper, scissors. Okay. So let's say, for example, I notice that you're playing rock every time. What should I do?
Paper.
How often?
Every time.
What would happen then after about 10 in a row?
They would switch the rock, right?
Well, they would know, right? So I'd wake you up. If you're playing rock every time and I play paper every time, you might go, hey, wait a minute. He keeps playing paper every time. So now you're going to switch your strategy.
Right.
So what a better play might be is for me to like play rock 60, 70% of the time. So you don't know that and then you leave thinking, man, I was just unlucky, right? Where in reality, I just was like taking advantage of you, exploiting you without you even understanding what was happening.
Wow.
Right?
That's interesting. Are there still any hands or games you think about that haunt you, or do you come to peace with everything that happens in the past?
Yeah, there's always ones, There's always ones from way back when, and like, I think the year 2000.
Damn.
Yeah.
24 years.
Yeah. Well, there's always those ones where you look back and you're like, what if, right?
Right.
But the bottom line is this, like I'm at a place where I'm like super happy in life. So I don't live with regret ever. Like I really don't regret anything I did. Now, that doesn't mean I wouldn't go back and do things differently with the knowledge that I have. But if I regret things that I've done in the past, then, that would mean like I'm unhappy now, but I'm not. So all the mistakes I made led me to here. So who knows? Maybe if I would have not made those mistakes, maybe I wouldn't have been here. Who's to say?
Right. Because on my research of you, it said you came to Vegas at 22 and went broke.
Oh, many times. Yeah, many times, man.
But that didn't stop you.
No, I mean, losing money stopped you. But like, luckily by that time, I sort of developed a group of friends who knew that I had talent.
Yeah.
But I was a little bit, overzealous with my bankroll. Like I took shots that you're not supposed to take. But listen, when how old are you?
27.
Yeah, so you're young, right? Like the way I looked at it back then was, okay, if I have $1,000, if I lose this, that's I can replicate that. I can get $1,000 again, right? That evolves and changes once you start to have like $1 million bankroll or something. Now that's not as easily replicable. So when you're young, I think that applies to business and all sorts of things. It's okay to take shots because worst case scenario, you're still at your mom's.
Right.
She's still cooking for you and all that sort of thing. So I took a lot of chances that were probably too aggressive when I was young. But again, I look at those mistakes as learning opportunities.
And that's the interesting thing with poker because I know some phenomenal players, you do as well, but they're broke.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty common.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it used to be even more common in my day, right? Today, a lot of the younger players are a lot more methodical and, they're very much more calculated with their bankrolls and they're safe and they sell percentages and they get staked and all this stuff. But back in my day, you just often had guys who either were playing high stakes poker, too high for their bankroll, or in addition to that, had leaks, whether it be drugs, alcohol, women, or other forms of gambling, whether it's sports, craps, all this sort of stuff, right?
Wow.
So like you could be the best poker player in the world, but if you're gambling at all these other games in the casino and stuff, you end up broke. And there was a lot of guys who were really great players that were getting staked because everyone knew they were great, but they also knew they had no discipline. Stu Unger was a perfect example.
Right.
Like he was a phenom. He was back in his time, he was just like next level, but he had so many demons and made so many, other mistakes that, other people would be able to make money off of him.
Absolutely. When you play, are you sober every time?
Yeah, I am. But I mean, listen, here's the thing. Okay. And I don't recommend this, but if I do drink a little bit, I'm actually like deadly.
Really?
Yeah. There's like a line. There was a guy named Bill Smith. He's a world champion many years ago, like the 80s or something. They used to say about him, when he was sober, he was the weakest, tightest, easiest player to beat. When he was drunk, he was a sloppy mess. But when he was a little drunk, he was the best player in the world.
Wow.
Yeah. There's something about alcohol that there's that little period in between that loosens your inhibitions, allows you to sort of trust in what you just know. You play on feel and you feel things. But again, it's very difficult to stay within that realm of like not too drunk,
right.
So I don't use it. Also, as I got older too, alcohol, when I do drink, which is not that often, I'm feeling it the next day. You know what I mean? Like when I was your age, we drank, no big deal.
No
hangover. Go out again. When you don't drink it often and then all of a sudden you do. Because here's the thing. I don't drink as often as I used to, but when I drink, I drink. Like I still drink like I would have if I was 25.
Right.
But my body's like, nah, bro, you should not be doing this the
A
next
big
day.
50, did you have a little drink?
I drank. Yeah, I had some wine. I felt okay. My wife, she's like, she used to party like crazy.
Yeah.
She was like Hollywood. She was a Hollywood girl. You know what I
wow.
mean? Yeah. And she used to party and all that kind of stuff. Now she doesn't drink anything.
Nice.
No, she's
She's
just
a
like,
changed woman.
well, it's not even that. It's just that it makes her sick, you
Right.
know, because you get older and, you know,
Yeah, so it's almost like you got to microdose it to have the full effect for poker.
well, alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, that's difficult. And listen, like I said, it's not something I recommend, but I mean, especially when you're playing like a 5-day tournament. Okay, so let's say I'm on day 2 and I drink. Well, now I got to play day 3.
Yeah.
How am I going to start day 3? You know, with my without all my wits about me.
So we were talking about this off camera, but there's so many clips of you calling out specific cards, even the suit and the number. What do you think that is? Is that just intuition? Is that something spiritual? What do you think that is?
I'm a big believer in we don't know what we don't know, right? Like we just don't. Like have you ever had like a premonition or like a feeling of deja vu or who knows? I don't know, but I tell you what, over the 30 years of poker, and a lot of people are going to just say, oh, it's just your mind playing tricks on you. I've had many moments where I could feel everything in my body, like an anxiety about what card's about to come. And the percentage of times where it's actually right is astronomical. Like I wish I would have documented it throughout my history. So who's to say? I don't know. Like my mom used to take me when we were young to like those tarot card readers.
Yeah.
And they would read my cards and stuff like that. And I've always had a fascination with cards. And I felt like some sort of connection to the deck energy, if you will. And like I said, I don't know, we can get goofy, new agey, like universe stuff, but like who the hell knows, man? We don't know. We could be in a literally, it could be as simple as like we're in a sim, right? Somebody's playing me as a video game character, and every once in a while they let me in on what's about to happen because they want me to do something different. I don't know.
Could be possible.
Who knows, man?
Yeah. Were any of those tarot card readers accurate?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I
Wow.
was 8, well, my mom took me to one of the coffee cup readers.
Coffee cup readers.
You know, like you never seen that?
I've seen it in movies.
So there's this thing where you drink a Turkish coffee, and I was
Yeah.
like 8, and they made me drink a Turkish coffee, and then you turn the coffee cup upside down, right? And then you just let it sit for a while, okay? And then what you'll see is you'll see a bunch of lines in the coffee cup, and then the lady will read your lines. She basically said I was going to be famous, and I was going to be she says I was going to be wealthy, I'm going to be famous. I mean, sure, you could tell that to a lot of different kids,
Right.
but she sort of hit on those, basic points of
Wow.
like the type of person that I was.
And you were
gonna be.
8, so she had no idea your potential. So that's
No,
pretty.
I mean,
pretty
I was
crazy.
8, middle class home. Like, again, maybe she told all the kids that.
Yeah, she
I don't
could've.
know, and just happened to get lucky with
Just
me.
so you come back later to pay her, right?
Yeah, or maybe like she said that, and I was like, you know what? Okay, then then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Hard to know, but yeah, I've had some interesting. I also had some bad ones, man.
There are
Ooh.
some bad apples.
No, I had some like bad readings.
Oh, really?
Ooh, I think it was the same one actually. The coffee cup lady. I think she also told me that you're going to be in love 3 times, okay? But they're not going to love you as much as you love them, and you're going to end up alone. I was like, what the hell? Why would you tell an 8-year-old that, first of all,
Damn.
right? And I remember years ago, you know the show Millionaire Matchmaker?
Yeah.
So I did that show.
Oh, okay.
Okay? And I remember telling Patty Stanger that story. And so she got like one of these numerologist guys to come and read my numbers. Okay. So he's there reading my number, and I told him that story. I was like, I kind of spooked out by people like you.
Right.
And he's like, okay, well, what that person told you was true, but that chapter's closed now. And now you're starting this now you're ripe for a relationship and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
I don't know how much stock I put into it, but
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like, why would you tell an 8-year-old that?
That is traumatizing, man.
Yeah.
Jeez. You still playing chess?
I'm terrible at chess, but I still play it. Like every day, I'll play a few games
Okay.
on chess.com.
You're
and stuff
decent.
like
You're
that.
1300, right?
I was.
I saw your Instagram story.
Yeah, but I'm not anymore.
Oh, you're not?
No, I'm not.
Drop.
Well, what are you?
I'm a 1450.
Oh, you kill me.
Yeah. Liv Beret's at 1300.
She is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got worse.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, when you don't play regularly and stuff, I played their PogChamps thing. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
With some, I remember that was actually a fun moment for me, the PogChamps. They asked me to do it, and I was like, I don't know, am I like too big time? I actually genuinely was thinking, am I too big time for this?
Yeah.
And then I played this person named Pokimane.
Yeah. I know
I'm like, I
Pokemon.
didn't know who the hell this person
He's
was.
big.
And then I got like 100 million followers, right? And I'm like, all these people that I don't know, this young generation of streamers and stuff, I'm like, they have like massive followings. I think we live in a time today where there are more famous people in the world that you've never heard about than ever in existence, right?
Absolutely.
There's like niche people. Like for me, people that are going to know me if they know poker. But young streamers play video. They don't know who the hell I am.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting experience. And they had Logic played, And
Who won?
I don't remember, but I think it was Dwight from The Office.
It's Dwight from the Hub.
Yes. I think he won the whole thing. He
Wow.
was a ringer. I think he was too good.
I need to look into entering the next one. I've been practicing.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should absolutely play it. It was fun.
1450. Wherever you guys are watching this show, I would truly appreciate it if you follow or subscribe. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It helps us get bigger and better guests, and it helps us grow the team. Truly means a lot. Thank you guys for supporting, and here's the episode.